Hey friends, welcome back to my channel. My name is Ashley and I am a part-time reseller on Poshmark. In today's video, I'm going to take you through my sales for November 2020, and spoiler alert, it was the fourth best month I've had in 2020. If you enjoy this kind of content, these what sold videos, thrift hauls, Poshmark tips and tricks, I would love for you to subscribe to my channel. And if you're a new subscriber today, leave me a comment below and say I subscribed, because I'd love to chat with you in the comments. It's so awesome to connect with other resellers and other people who are enjoying these videos. November was a pretty good month for a reselling business, and I'm very happy with how things went. Overall, I sold a total of 22 items, actually 24, but I'll share more about that in a moment. I guess I should say I sold 22 listings for a total of $792. Of course, that is the amount I made before Posh fees and before my cost of goods, but I'm still pretty happy with that. I've been trying to dive a little bit deeper into my numbers each month and just understand my profitability a little bit more deeply. So my average selling price per listing was $39.60, which I'm pretty happy about. And on average, it took about 60 days for each item to sell. There's a couple of items that were real old. If I take those two listings out of the mix, it took about 35 days on average to each listing to sell, and that I'm really pleased with. So with all of that said, let's dive into what sold in November 2020. First up was an item that was part of the bins haul that I did, and I will link that video up here, but these were a pair of Spanx, and they were the black capri leggings in a size small. They were just like your basic Spanx. They suck you in, do what you need them to do. They sold on an offer from the buyer for $30, and they sold the same day I listed them. Excellent, very pleased with that. And right around the same time, my next sale was from a bundle. Love a good bundle, especially when it's like this bundle where it was a fresh new item and a real old item, and the two combined for an amazing bundle for the buyer. So the brand new item was an Aritzia sweater. It was the Wilfred brand. It was the Gigi wrap sweater in a size large in gray. And I had literally just listed that sweater. It got lots of eyeballs. It was a really cute sweater, great size, gray, wrapped, had a little tie in the front. There was a couple different ways you could tie it. And it sold with something I had purchased way back at the beginning of 2020 when I purchased a liquidation box for the first time, and this was a London Fog navy rain jacket. It was a really great jacket. It just had a couple of flaws. So I believe there was like a hole kind of in the hood, and part of the zipper was a little bit wonky, but otherwise in great condition. Anyway, these two items sold in a bundle for $60, and happy with the fast flip of the Aritzia Wilfred sweater, and very happy to get that jacket out of my house. The next item to sell was a pair of jeans, and if you've watched my videos before, you'll know that I love selling jeans. I've also got a video all about selling jeans that I will link up here and in the description box below. These were a pair of Citizen Humanity Carly high-rise jeans. They're a really great pair. They got lots of interest when I listed them. There was a few different offers that came in for these jeans, and I don't know that I've ever had that. Like, I kind of felt like I was running an auction on Poshmark, and I was here for it. Anyway, these sold for $40 on an offer from the buyer, and it took just a week for them to sell, which is super. Next up was a really beautiful Club Monaco dress. I loved this dress, kind of wanted to keep it for myself, not gonna lie, but decided to list it. It was called the Sapphire dress. It was in a really beautiful black and white polka dotted print. I went back and forth with a buyer on an offer. We landed at $35, and it took about 32 days to sell. I added a lot of jeans to my closet recently. One of the pairs that I added were these Adriana Goldschmied AG jeans. They were the Jessie bootcut style. I wasn't sure how they were gonna do since bootcut isn't super popular right now, but I got an offer from the buyer for $20, and I was really pleased with that. They took just under a month to sell, 25 days, which is great. I would love to hear in the comments below about anything you have in your closet from your early days of reselling. Think back to early sourcing days, and is there anything that's still remaining in your closet from one of those first trips? Let me know what it is in the comment box below. This next item was one of those things for me. It was a gray grandpa sweater from the brand Kirsch, and I believe Kirsch is a Canadian brand, and I was familiar with them because I had a few of their pieces and I really liked them. And on one of my very first sourcing trips, I picked up this grandpa sweater. I liked the style. It was like oversized. It was super cozy. I thought it was so cute and really, really lovely. But little did I know, no one cared about this sweater. I actually relisted it kind of recently because it just it wasn't moving and I was really ready to say farewell to the sweater. I sent out an offer to Liker for $14 and it finally sold, and it took 53 days from when I relisted it. Lessons learned from one of my first sourcing trips, but glad that the sweater is loved by someone else now. When I made my jeans video, I talked about how rag & bone does really well for me, and I actually talked about this skinny style, and I had 2 pairs in a size 28 hanging out in my closet. And as soon as I said that, like, the jeans didn't get as much attention as they normally did, and I'm like, have I lied? Like, is this not true anymore? I have no idea. But then someone came into my closet and liked both of them, so I sent them a bundle offer for $65 and they took it, and that was excellent. And those 2 pairs took 30 days to sell. So I'm not taking back what I said about rag & bone jeans and the skinny style, because apparently they're still doing well for me. Next up was this beautiful Maggie London dress. It was new with tags. It was in a size 12 petite, and I thought it was really beautiful, but then I got worried because I was like, 2020, we're still in a pandemic. Where is someone gonna wear this dress? Are people gonna be interested in it? I don't know. The buyer sent through an offer for $50 and I was like, yes, you get this beautiful, beautiful dress. That sat in my closet for a little while. 132 days to be exact. Remember at the beginning when I talked about an item that took more than 300 days to sell? Here's the first one. So this was another item that I purchased on one of my first sourcing trips, and I got really excited because it was 7 for All Mankind. And 7 for All Mankind jeans had been doing really well in my closet. So I was like, ooh, 7 for All Mankind jeans do well. This 7 for All Mankind beautiful silk top is also gonna do well. That was not true. And I think sometimes we can get really excited about a brand without necessarily thinking about the style or think about what items from those categories do really well. This was a great example of that. So it was a beautiful burgundy maroon colored top. It had balloon sleeves. It was silk. Like, it had a lot of things going for it, but I guess 7 for All Mankind tops don't do as well as the jeans do. It took 316 days to sell on a $20 offer to the buyer, and I was just glad to see it go. Let me know, are there any other brands where you will always buy a specific item from them, kind of like 7 for All Mankind, where like jeans do really great, but the rest of their items don't do as well? Let me know. This next item also came from that liquidation box I purchased back towards the beginning of 2020. And this was an item that I actually intended to keep. This was a beautiful Noise parka. If you're not familiar with Noise, they are a vegan jacket brand, so their jackets don't have down or feathers or anything in them because they're totally vegan. And it was a beautiful black parka, had a faux fur hood. It was actually one of the things I was most excited about in the liquidation box, and when I pulled it out, it was the first thing I pulled out, and I was like, oh, this is beautiful. It was in great condition, and when I reached in my arm, I couldn't actually get my arm through the sleeve. I wish I had a video of that moment because I laughed a lot. Anyway, there was a defect in the sleeve, and I ended up having to kind of like cut open the sleeve so that I could actually get my arm through. And for a while, I kept the jacket. I wore it a few times, like in March and April. And as the winter was rolling around this year, I decided to pick up a different winter jacket and decided to part ways with this Noise one. And it was perfect timing, so I listed it, and it sold within 2 days, which was awesome. It sold for $65 on an offer to Liker, and that was really, really great. The buyer sent me a really great love note to say that she loved the jacket, it was in excellent condition, and she was totally cool to fix the sleeve. So it all worked out for everyone in the end. Okay, here's the other item that took over 300 days to sell. And this is another case of getting really excited about a brand. These were beautiful House of Harlow little ankle boots in like a pinky sand color. They were a smaller size. I think they were 5.5, somewhere around there. And they'd gotten a ton of likes. I had one persistent buyer who kept sending me an offer for $20, and I refused to give them up for $20. House of Harlow, if you're not familiar, it is Nicole Richie's brand, and they just do like beautiful clothing, shoes. Apparently they do like accessories and homeware as well. And when I found them, I was so jazzed to find the brand, but I guess the style just took a long time to sell. They sold for $33 on an offer from the buyer, and they took 305 days to sell. I'm really glad that the buyer was excited, and just another lesson in be careful what you buy when you get excited about a brand. Sweaters have been doing well for me this fall, and this Anthropology sweater was no exception to that. This was an Anthropology sweater. It was the sub-brand Moth, and it was a beautiful, long, like super long, like ankle length duster sweater in a size large. Had this like ombre effect. It was gorgeous. It got a ton of attention as soon as I listed it, and it sold in a day on a $50 offer from the buyer. And that was amazing. Next up was a longevity bra from NYX. I love NYX. They're a women-founded Canadian company. I love their bras, I love their underwear. They do other things that I haven't purchased, but I'm sure they're excellent too. This was the longevity bra, which is like their sports bra. It's just a really comfortable bra to wear. I have a couple of them and I decided I didn't need as many of them as I had. So this was maroon with a navy trim and I got an offer from the buyer for $20 and was really happy with that. That only took 2 days to sell, which is cool. This next item was actually 3 items. I had bundled together 3 Lululemon Swiftly Tech t-shirts. Am I saying all the words? Yes. So Lululemon has this style called Swiftly Tech and it's sort of a thinner fabric. It has like the Lululemon logo on the front. They do it in a tank top, they do it in a short sleeve, there's a long sleeve, there's many that fit into this category. And it seems like they're quite popular with Lululemon buyers and also on Poshmark. And I had 3 in a size 6 and I decided to just bundle them together into one listing. And that worked out really well for me. As soon as I listed them, they started to get so much attention. They sold in a day, the 3 of them for $85, which is amazing. So be on the lookout for the Swiftly Tech style, especially the t-shirt and the long sleeve. I think those are especially popular. The next 2 items were both Free People items. They sold individually, but within about a day of one another. The first was a purple Henley. It was a We The Free Henley in a size medium in this like beautiful rich purple color. It sold for $24 on an offer to Liker and took around 94 days to sell. Next up was this really cute Free People crop top. It was yellow and cream. It was just like that very bohemian fun style that Free People is known for. I got an offer from the buyer for $20 and that took 75 days to sell. In another video, I was talking about Free People and how it does for people. And I would say for me, Free People does all right. It's not one of my top brands, but it was nice to see both of these pieces move within a day of one another. As we were getting towards the end of the month, I decided to take advantage of a closet clear out day and sent out a ton of offers on closet clear out. I think I lowered the price of more than 20 items that day for closet clear out and 1 sold. Wah, wah. These were a style I'd never sold before. They were the Jagger style in a size 26. I put them on closet clear out for $25 and they sold in 25 days. I know that closet clear out works really well for some people. I know that Becky Park often talks about her closet clear out strategy, and I've tried that as well, where you message someone who likes an item to say that it's closet clear out if they want to lower the price of the item. I've tried doing that. That has medium success for me. Just throwing items on closet clear out, low success. So closet clear out can be a helpful tool, but I really prefer offer to Liker and find that I have a lot more success with it. Are you team closet clear out? Are you team offer to Liker? Or are you team please just buy the item at the regular price, thanks so much? Let me know in the comments. Next up was another pair of jeans. These were a collaboration between Wilfred and Citizen of Humanity, and I thought when I listed them that they were gonna get more attention than they did, but they didn't. But then they sold in like 8 days to 1 person who liked them, so that was great. They were the Live Crop Straight style. They're a really lovely pair in a size 26 and they sold for $50. A while back I talked about a Zara jacket that took forever to sell, and this next item was another Zara wool jacket which didn't take forever to sell, so I was really happy that my instincts were right on this jacket. It was a beige belted wool coat, really lovely for winter. It sold for $36 on an offer to Liker and took 11 days to sell. And last but not least, I had a pair of pants that sold on the evening of November 30th. I was really happy because I had just listed these. These were a pair of Aritzia Wilfred pants that are pretty popular. They're the faux vegan leather pants, the Daria style. And I had actually purchased these on Poshmark last year. I really liked them. I wore them quite a bit, and then in 2020 I kind of stopped wearing them as much, and then I got a new pair, which is why I was poshing them. I'll talk about that in a second. I got an offer from the buyer for $50 and that was awesome. They only took 2 days to sell, so I was really happy with that. They're actually sitting here ready to go out. The pants that I replaced them with are, I'm wearing them right now. I don't know if you can see. Can you see? These are the pants. They're actually from NYX, who I was talking about earlier. They did a collaboration with the Birds Papaya, who is an influencer that I love to follow, and they did a papaya box and created these leggings, and I liked the waistband on these leggings more because they were thicker, the material itself is a bit thicker, they're more stretchy, and I was like, really, do I need 2 pairs of faux leather leggings? I do not. So happy for those ones to find a new home, happy for them to sell in like 48 hours, and I get to enjoy my own leggings. So that is everything that sold in November 2020. As I said, I was happy with how my sales went this month, and it was the 4th best month I've had in 2020, so that is not bad. Let me know in the comments below how November was for you. I can't believe it's December 1st. This year has felt so long, and yet, no, I can't even say and yet so short, because that's not true. It's just felt real long, and I'm really excited to see how my sales do this month, and I am looking forward to putting some videos together, just talking about my full year, what brands, what I learned, all sorts of great stuff. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a like, and if you're not already subscribed, what are you doing? Get to it! Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you soon. Bye, friends!